Imagine one tiny decision at your next oil change quietly destroying your engine from the inside. Just switching viscosity grades from 0W-20 to 5W-30 could push everything out of the safe lubrication zone the factory engineered. Those microscopic metal peaks and the ultra-thin oil film measured in microns decide whether your bearings glide smoothly or start grinding metal to metal. Today we're going far deeper than typical YouTube advice. Using the real striped curve, oil film physics, and high-temperature behavior, I'm showing you exactly what happens when you deviate from the manufacturer's recommended grade and whether that change is slowly wrecking your engine. When engineers talk oil viscosity, they're really controlling friction. The relationship is captured perfectly by the striped curve. It plots coefficient of friction against the Hersey number, viscosity times sliding speed divided by load. Increase viscosity or speed and you move right on the curve. Higher load pushes you left. At very low Hersey numbers you're in boundary lubrication. The oil film is thinner than the surface roughness, so asperities crash into each other. Friction is high, and protection comes almost entirely from chemical additives like ZDDP forming sacrificial layers. This hits hard during cold starts and at cam lobes or piston ring reversals. As the Hersey number rises, you enter mixed lubrication. A partial film forms, separating some peaks but not all. Load is shared between fluid pressure and direct metal contact. Piston rings and cam followers live here most of the time, constantly shifting as RPM and load change. Keep pushing the number higher and you reach full hydrodynamic lubrication. A complete oil wedge lifts the surfaces apart completely. Crankshaft journals and turbo bearings thrive here. But once you're fully separated, extra viscosity only increases internal shear friction without giving more protection. Engineers track this with the lambda ratio, minimum oil film thickness divided by combined surface roughness. Below 1 is boundary danger, 1 to 3 is mixed with some wear. Above 3 is safe full film separation. Doubling viscosity doesn't double film thickness and heat thins oil dramatically, sliding you left toward wear. Viscosity isn't constant. It crashes with temperature following an exponential drop. That's why we have multi-grade oils packed with viscosity index improvers, long polymers that coil up when cold for easy flow and uncoil when hot to resist thinning. Synthetics often hit viscosity index numbers above 150. We also measure high-temperature, high-shear viscosity at 150 degrees C and extreme shear rates because that's what really matters inside a running engine. A 0W-20 might deliver 2.6 to 2.7 mph, while a 5W-30 sits at 3 to 3.5. Small difference on paper, huge difference in film strength under load. Polymers shear apart over time, fuel dilutes the oil on short trips, and high heat does the rest. All of it shifts your operating point on the striped curve, sometimes straight into the danger zone. So what actually happens when you change grades? Let's get real. Switching 0W-20 to 5W-20 keeps hot viscosity the same but makes cold starts thicker. Oil flows slower during those critical first seconds when many parts run in mixed or boundary conditions. Dropping from 5W-30 to 5W-20 thins the hot oil. Under load on the highway, your film can weaken and push you deeper into mixed lubrication where wear accelerates. Going the opposite direction, 5W-30 to 5W-40 or 0W-20 to 0W-40 is usually safer. You stay inside or close to the original viscosity window the engine already experiences during normal temperature swings. The real risk comes when you increase the first number or decrease the second. Those moves push the engine outside the exact temperature viscosity envelope it was designed for. Manufacturers balance an incredibly complex optimization. Bearing clearances measured in microns, surface roughness, oil pump capacity, full temperature range from freezing cold starts to over 150 degrees C, expected speeds and loads plus strict fuel economy and emissions rules. Lower viscosities reduce internal friction and CO2 output, which is why modern engines keep moving to thinner grades. They test with vibration sensors that can literally detect the first tiny metal contacts. The recommended grade on your manual is the result of hundreds of hours of this data. Correct viscosity rarely causes major wear by itself. Neglected oil changes, endless short trips, and fuel dilution destroy engines faster. In high-mileage motors with worn clearances, a slightly thicker grade can sometimes restore film strength and reduce consumption, but too thick hurts cold flow and can slow variable valve timing systems. Bottom line, stick with the factory recommendation unless you have a specific reason and deep knowledge of your engine. Small changes are safest. If you've ever switched viscosities, tell me in the comments what you noticed: oil use, noise, performance, anything. Drop a like if this cleared up the confusion, subscribe for more real engineering breakdowns, and I'll see you in the next one. Protect that engine, drive smart.